Good morning to you all. Welcome back to Solid Institute of Technology. This is the Red Hat Certificate of Expertise in High Availability Clustering. My name is Bruce Malaud, and it's a great pleasure to be your instructor throughout this video course. This is module 1.1, and in the previous module, we went through the scenario and I showed you what you are required to do. Now, in this module, we will take one step at a time. I like to do the long way, or can I say to approach this scenario using the long method or the long way, because I'd like to show you how you can do it from scratch. All three machines do not have IP addresses, they do not have host names, they do not have general connectivity, they do not have YAM repository configured. So I like us to do everything from scratch. So we'll do step by step, and I'd like to show you how it's done. I'd like to show you how to do it step by step, and I want you to understand every bit of a concept. So in this module 1.1, we will do basic configurations on our three primary Red Hat machines. The three primary machines are server 1, server 2, and IPA7. Therefore, we'll assign host names, and then we'll assign IPv4 addresses. We configure the YAM repository. We will then we do not have DNS at the moment, thereby we will use the etc hosts file to resolve our host. Finally, we'll verify our changes, and of course our changes has to be persistent. So without wasting time, let's get started. So here in GNS3, this is how I set up my lab as I showed you earlier on. So these three machines are running, and then these two and the switch are off because we don't need them at this point of time. So let's start configuring and assigning IPv4 addresses, host name, and we'll be just following the list which I showed you here. So we need to do all these tasks on all three machines. So let's get started. I'll log on to server 1 and do the configurations. So my configurations, I might be typing the commands faster than you expect. You may welcome to pause the video because in this particular video course, I'm not gonna teach you how to assign IPv4 addresses, but I'll show you how you can do it. Assigning IPv4 addresses, assigning host names, configuring YAM is done in the RHCA exam, which is the Red Hat Certified Systems Administrator. That exam teaches you how to do it. So at this point of time, I assume that you know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, you might have problems during the exam. So the first thing, start the terminal, and I will zoom in so that you can see. I'll log in as root, enter the root password. So the first thing I need to do is to assign the host name. So I can use the host name command. That will be hostname ctl, and pass the option of set host name, and I'd like my host name to be server1.example.com, and not to forget the static, because I want these changes to be permanent. So the host name has been set. So if I do host name, I'll set the host name. Right now, I need to assign the IPv4, so I might use the nm2e command. But before I do that, I need to see which devices or my network interface cards. So that will be nmcli device. So I'll use the first device, that is ENS3. So that will be nm2e say add, scroll down, that will be ENS3, scroll down, change from automatic to manual, scroll down to show, and then say add address. So my address is 192.168.15.10/24. I don't need a gateway because there is no router, so I don't need name servers as well. So I can say okay, then I can quit. I need to restart the service now since I used an empty web, so I need to restart the service, which is the network service, sorry, network manager. Okay, so now if I do IP address show in NS3, and I can do the grep. So I just want to see my address. So there's the address has been assigned right here. So the next thing I need to do is to configure the YAML repository. I think, yeah, I got it. It's fine. That will be vim etc yam.repos. So I'll call the repository as redhead.repo. Okay, so that will be redhead. Human readable name will be redhead repo, and the base URL will be http ipa-server.example.com, gpg check, that will be off, and enable, that will be yes. Okay, so that's 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, I should be working. Oh, my URL is missing, it's not complete. That's DVD. So I can write and quit. Now I need to define the etc host file. So that will be 192.168.150, the APA server, example.com, and its alias, that will be IPA server. I need to define another one, that is this server here. Okay, one more server, that will be the 15.20. That will be server2.example.com, and its alias is server2. Okay, so I got it right. I can save and quit. So at the moment I can't test anything because the remote servers, they are not yet configured. So I need to move on to the second machine. So I can exit from here. So let me go to the second machine and log in. So I can log in as Bruce and enter my secret password. Okay, start the terminal and log in as root. Okay, let's assign the host name. So I can use the nm3 command to assign a host name as well. Scroll down, host name, change that to ipa server.example.com. Click OK. And the next thing I need to assign IPv4 address, so I can do nmcli device to see the network interface cards. So I've got one here, that is ENS3, so that will be nm2 edit. I've got it here. Let me delete, create a new one. Avoiding conflicts, sorry, I must cancel this. It's supposed to say add Ethernet. Scroll down, device is ENS3. Scroll down from automatic to manual. Scroll down to add. Now the IP is 192.168.15.250/24. I don't need a route or DNS. Click OK. Click that. Now I need to restart my network service. That will be network manager. Now that will be IP address show ENS3. That will be grep. Okay, I have an IP, and as you can see here, so can I ping the remote server? So that will be ping send 4 packets. The remote server is 192.168.15.10. okay, so looks like it's working. So I can exit from here, or before I exit I need to define the etc host file. So that will be vim etc host. So I need to sample.com. Okay, so I've defined my host names and the aliases, and it looks okay. So I can exit from here. Okay, so this machine has got a yum repo already configured, so I can do yum clean all to refresh the yum, and I can do the yum repo list because this is the central server, so that will be yum repo list. So it's already configured, so this is the server actually, so I can exit from here. So let's go to the third machine, that's the final machine. Log in as Bruce, enter my secret password. Okay, I can start the terminal. And zoom, log in as root. Okay, so the first thing is to assign the host name. so that will be nm2. So this is the server2.example.com. The next thing is to assign IPv4, so that will be nm2 as well. nm2, edit, then I say add, my card is ENS3. Scroll down from automatic to manual, scroll down to add, that will be 192.15.20. I'm already .4 subnet, I don't need the route. Click OK, click quit. Can restart this network service. Network manager. So if I do IP address show ENS3 and grep, I need the inet. Okay, I've got an address. Now can I ping the other two machines? Let's find out. Or before I ping, let me define the etc host. Okay, so that will be okay, so I filled in the details and we look good to go. So I can save and exit from here. Save, and now I need to configure the YAM. That will be etc yam dot repos, and I will call it redhat.repo. Okay, that will be redhat. The name is redhat repo. The base URL http IPA server dot example.com /dvd gpg check disabled, and this is optional. Okay, so we're good to go. So I can save and exit. Okay, so let's do general testing now. That will be ping send for packets IPA server.example.com. Okay, it's working. Can I ping the other server, that is server1.example.com, and send for packets? It's working. And need to test my YAM, so that will be YAM clean all, and then YAM repo list. Okay, I've got a problem here. Okay, so I made a typo, so let's fix it. That will be YAM repo. I made a typo right here. That will be theme etc yam dot repos red hat repo. Okay, so it looks fine. Let's go to the etc host file. Mm, 192.168.15.50. There is the typo. There is the typo. Yeah, right here. Supposed to be IPA7. Okay, so that and save. So now if I do yum repo list, it should work. Okay, it's working. So I can exit from this server. This was server 2. So it's working, and there's the packages. So I can exit from here. So let me go to server 1 and verify. So server 1, can I ping on server 1, can I ping IPA server.example.com? Yes, I can. Can I ping server 2? .example.com? Yes, I can. Now I need to check if my yum repository is working. So that will be yum clean all and then yum repo list. Okay, it's working. So okay, I've got so many packages because I'm using that CentOS DVD everything that has got almost double the amount of packages than a normal DVD. So as you can see, I've got 8,465 packages. So basically I have verified and I have tested everything. All these changes will survive a reboot. So from this point of time, all 3 machines have been configured with host names, IP addresses, and they have full connectivity. This machine can ping that machine, can ping that. All 3 can ping each other. And all 3 machines are configured with the YAM repository. In the next video, we'll take another step further as well. And as I said, I'm taking the long route because I want to show you step by step we are doing the configurations from scratch. So in this video, I showed you how to do basic configuration. That was the assigning of host names, assigning of IPv4 addresses, configuring YAM repository, and we defined the name resolution using the etc host file. We verified our changes by using the ping command, testing the YAM repository if they are working, and all the changes we just made here will survive a reboot. I would like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.